Welcome! I'm April with Resell to Roam, and I just thought I'd bring you along on a normal day as a reseller. I'm just going to be photographing some books, sorting some books, and getting some listings up on eBay today. This right here behind me, this is my third pile of books that I have been sorting through from the 127 yard sale. I was lucky enough to pick up 6 records, 6 Olivia Newton-John records at the 127 yard sale this past weekend. I've always been a big fan of hers, and so I just couldn't pass these records up when I saw them, you know, obviously having no clue that she was going to pass just a few days later. So I'm really excited to photograph these and get these listed, but that will be for another day. I'm just sorting this pile right here. I've got some books that I've found really cheap at yard sales. This whole bag right here, books that I got for free. And I'm just have sorted these out into a pile right now. But we are gonna go into the shed. I've been putting this off for a while. The shed is a mess, so I haven't brought you guys into the shed in a while. But I figured, you know, shoot, it's just what it is. You know, it's reseller life. I'm just gonna take you guys out to the shed and let you work along with me for a few minutes, and you can see, you know, what everything looks like in my process. So let's go.
Like and subscribe.
It's time to get to work in the shed. I have some vintage t-shirts hanging up here that I picked up at the 127 sale, and I'm gonna photograph, whoopsies. I'm gonna photograph these today. I paid $5 each for them, and I should make about $15 on the ones too that are like this, and this one should sell for about $20. And I'm also gonna photograph these games and these books. What I'm doing when I photograph them is I have the price that I want to charge for it right down here. Photograph it with the price that I want to sell it at. That way, back when I'm going through the pictures and all, I don't have to do the comps again. I just know what price I want to set it at, and I can just, you know, find a similar listing or whatnot, and then just go from there with the pricing. Also, sometimes if I think I have a whole lot of books and I won't be able to remember what I paid for each book individually, also in the picture I will put like one of these little tags. And actually on this one, the free is what I paid for a book and the 14 is what I want to charge for it. So I just try to make a note of that, put it in the very first picture that I take, and then that way when I'm going to list them, I know what I've paid for it and what I want to sell for it. And I usually put what I've paid for an item within my listing, like it's hidden, so nobody can see it, but it's like a code that I know. One thing I haven't quite figured out yet, and this is just going to require some researching, is the best way to get these little stickers off of the books. So far I've just been using my fingers and my fingernails, and I'm sure that's not really good for my fingernails. But if anybody has any tips or tools that they use to take these little stickers off, drop a comment here. I would love to know. This Pigmania game is a pretty cool find. I also found this at the 127 yard sale, picked it up for $1. I believe it's from the 70s. I had never seen a game like this. I just thought this one was pretty cool. It has the directions, a pig pad, and the rules of the game. And this little game should go for about $25 on eBay. Now it's time to put these items away. The books will go over here on the shelf. No. I knew it. Trying to do this with one hand is not easy. But here we go. So this is my shelf for bundled books. It is getting rather full, so I am having to move over here to this section, although I have my single books over here as well. my hope is to sell off some of this other stock, either online, cheaper, and yard sales, and then clear some space for books, since I am headed in that direction of niching down to books. So let's see. We've got our college directory. Go ahead and put it up there. These are bundled cookbooks. So I am going to keep them together, and I believe I have other cookbooks on the shelf somewhere. I think they are in this section, but what we will do is we'll just go ahead and put them up here. I dropped these 2 books. Single books, they will fit easily. Well, I can't do this. This is bundles, so I don't want to mix them up. We'll put them down here. Cool. Oh, and you guys, my mess. I am just really, I don't know, I'm out of sorts, trying to figure everything out. I have recently set this up as my photography station, but I need to get a better lighting system. And then my vintage clothes over here, this is a pile that I just have to finish sorting through. My hope is to use this area as like our whatnot station also. So when we start doing more whatnot videos, we have the space where I can just pull my clothes and we can show them to you guys, but it's a work in progress. We've got a plush, 2 boxes of plush just hanging out here. We are probably going to do a whatnot of plush before too long, so hopefully that's out of here soon. Just more books that I have to photograph and my shipping station. But I've got boxes everywhere. We end up getting them with the books, and they're very useful, moving the books from one place to another, but oh my gosh, I don't know where to keep them. And then I've got boxes back here because I have like sold some stuff and consolidated stuff and made more room on the shelves for books. So, and I just went and bought those those banker boxes not that long ago. Do you guys find yourself doing that? Like you're constantly just rearranging your shed and trying to figure out the best system? I don't know. Is it just me? My shirts and clothing get bagged up into these baggies, and then I will put those away over here. Here we go. I think there's room down here. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, I don't know if I showed you this. I picked this up at the 127 yard sale for $1. It is a big dust cover drawstring bag that you'd keep your Coach purse in. Do you know these things will sell for about $15 to $20 depending on what size you have? I think this one's listed right around $15 or $16, and I paid $1 for it. So keep an eye out for those. All right, shirts. Here you go. Here's your home until somebody buys you. All right. Time for some Biscuitville. Now that I've had my Biscuitville biscuit and iced coffee, a little bit of brunch, it's time to get to shipping. So let's see what we're going to ship out today. So we have sold this little Cool Rush Igloo cooler. Goes in a truck or a vehicle and fits over that little hump. It is vintage. I picked this up for $2.50 at an estate sale, and we ended up selling it for $160, I believe. So not a bad find right there. Also, another big sale. It is up here, and I'm gonna have to grab that down and then I can show it to you. We have sold this antique wood crest with these swords in it. It was made in Spain, and it sold for $250, I believe. So we just listed that like maybe 2 weeks ago, and it sold that fast. We found this at a Goodwill, and I believe we paid like $5.99 for it, so that is an excellent profit right there. All right, here's our other item. This bowling bag was picked up at a Goodwill, maybe for like $3, I can't really remember. It's been a little while, so this was not a fast seller, and I think we sold it for around $12. Next up. So next we have this little Fancy Pets FAO Schwartz plush. This guy sold for about $13. Next, we have this Victoria's Secret shiny sequin backpack. I picked this up at a flea market for $1, and it sold for, I believe it was $12. Two more items to pick. Let's see. Oh, here it is. We sold this Bible right here. It is a giant print King James Version, easy to read Bible by Regency, and it sold for $23. And finally, we sold, let's see if I can get it. We sold this Misery game, and this sold for $10. All right, time to wrap them all up and get them ready to ship. Got everything ready to ship for today. I did leave these two items out. Nick is going to be shipping this one. It's just awkward and huge, and he picked that item out, so he gets to figure out the best way to ship it. Plus, I haven't had good luck lately with items that can break. I don't know if I'm just not shipping properly or what's wrong, but I've had a couple things not show up just right, so we're just gonna let Nick handle that one. And then I need to get a box that will fit this one right here, but they just bought that today, so I've got 3 days shipping time on that, so I can just get that tomorrow. Ren and I are getting ready to head into the post office to drop off our packages for the day. Aren't we, Ren?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just listed about 10 items on eBay for the day, and now we're dropping these packages off and we will be done for the day.
I love more.
You love the rock? All right, we'll just leave it at that. Bye, y'all.